The Jobs Fund allocated 9 billion rand in 2007 to enable big businesses to enhance enterprise development. It's estimated that over 100,000 jobs were created. But the Black Business Council says enterprise development has not benefited black businesses. It says large companies do not transfer skills to small businesses from previously disadvantaged backgrounds, and they regard emerging businesses as competition.
In reality, established companies, when they develop, they do enterprise development, they're actually developing their competitors. So in the real world, it doesn't work. You have to have a situation whereby the SMMEs, you give them a model, a turnkey solution in terms of how much must they apply for, and then what size of business can they create, and where are they going to sell their products, and bridge the non-payment. But enterprise development in this country is not happening.
There are about 600,000 unemployed graduates. Most of them do not have work experience, and companies are reluctant to employ them. The Jobs Fund is supporting graduate asset programs to help the youth gain work experience. It has allocated 17 million rand to train young people who will be placed in the Hot Dog Cafe franchise. The trainees will receive 7 months practical and theoretical training.
We actually target particularly the previously disadvantaged young market. We're trying to create jobs and create new transfer business skills. So what we do, we have a thing called the cadet program, which runs for 7 months. We find a site like this particular site given to us by Massmart. We then draw money from the funder, which is Mazazani, and we start building the unit. We then go to the locality and we take a number of young people and we say to them, would you like to be trained with the potential of owning the business?
Chris Mkabela is a beneficiary of the Jobs Fund training initiative. He was elected the best candidate after participating in a competition of aspiring entrepreneurs. He then received funding from the Masisizane Fund, which is a subsidiary of Old Mutual, to buy this franchise. He says running a business is a full-time commitment.
If you take time to relax, then your business is going to collapse. For instance, if I don't take care of this business, no one will. No one cares much more about this business than me. Because for instance, if I take 2 days or 3 days day off, when I come back, things are not quite as similar or as normal as they are when I manage the business myself. So if you are a businessman, you ought to touch base with your business on a daily basis.
Access to finance remains one of the biggest challenges that SMMEs are battling with. Most startup businesses do not have collateral and find it difficult to secure funding because of the bank's stringent lending criteria. Is this market that the Masisizane Fund is capitalizing on?
I think first of all it's important to understand Masisizane's very foundation was informed by a desire to reach the unbankable in a way. So from where we are, we don't look at collateral or security as a basis for funding. And also the interest rates that we charge are relatively lower compared to your traditional banks.
There's speculation that government will introduce a Ministry of Small Business to deal with small business issues. The Black Business Council is optimistic that this initiative will help grow the sector and help incorporate the informal sector into the formal one.
All the global countries that had a minister of SMMEs, China, Brazil, Indonesia, those companies, SMMEs, India, have grown because they had a dedicated ministry to look after SMMEs. So these are really, really good news, and we appreciate the government to look into this seriously, because we believe having a dedicated ministry for SMMEs, and with our assistance to SMMEs, we are now going to create sustainable SMMEs.
The SME sector has an important role to play in economic growth and job creation, but the challenge is for business and government to speak with one voice and find a way to help enhance business development in the country. Naledi Muli for SABC News, Johannesburg.